Welcome back to the Gamer's Refuge. This is the Fallout 3 review. I'm going to start with the graphics on this game. The graphics are actually pretty good considering the game was put out in 2008. It's using I believe it's called the Gamebryo graphics engine. It was the same graphics they used on Bethesda used on Oblivion. So with probably, I think it was some slight modifications. So, but all in all, even by today's standards, I think personally that the graphics are not bad at all. Certainly not the best out on the market, but also not the worst graphics. So, but considering the age of this game, it's like 7 years old now. The graphics are still quite nice. But as we all know, the graphics don't necessarily make the game, in of itself. But you can have a game with the very best graphic definition, but if the content sucks, then the game is still going to be, unenjoyable to play. So moving along, the gameplay on this game is actually quite good, especially for a game, this old. There are some things, like with the movement, the characters look a little stiff and all, kind of like they got a board strapped to their back. It's not the most graceful movement or whatever, but still, I can, it's something I can live with, and I think most other gamers can too. The one thing that does kind of suck about the gameplay aspect of the game is the weapons. Not the weapons themselves, but rather the aiming. If you do like manual aiming, especially at a further distance, chances are about half your shots are going to miss. If you get up close, then you can nail your enemies pretty good. The one thing I do like about the combat system is the VATS. And I will show you that in a second as soon as I can find an enemy. And here's the VATS system. There we go. And you see with the VATS system, it gives you your percentage chance of actually hitting, your targets and what your targets are. So we got, I'm just gonna go ahead and aim for the torso. And it runs off your AP here. So, and hit E to accept. And voila. That's how your VATS system works. Which, like I said, I kind of like the VATS system. It's kind of neat. So, in this game you can get, some different followers. Like my follower here, I got old Fox here, which is a super mutant. Found him in, one of the vaults, I think Vault 87, I think. So, yeah, he's, in my opinion, he's like one of the best followers as far as if you want to have a follower for attacking. He's quite powerful. He carries a minigun, and he just totally fucks shit up. So, and makes your combat a lot easier. Yeah, pretty much another thing I like about this game is one, it is an open world. You can go anywhere, do anything, and those are kind of like the primary games that I really enjoy playing. You can be anything from the really heroic, lawfully good, guy that just wants to help people and better humanity, all the way down to just a malicious, murdering, psychotic bastard, or you can just be totally in it for yourself. And there are options when you do help people where you basically look at them and say, hey, I didn't do that shit for free, pay me. You can be kind of like an asshole or whatever if you want to be. So it's kind of what I like about Fallout 3 is the freedom to do what you want and be whatever you want to be. So one of the things I really like as far as the armor, as you can see here, I'm wearing some Enclave power armor, and it's pretty much like my favorite armor in the game. They got some, like leather armor and some regular combat armor and stuff like that. But I really like the power armor. It gives you really good protection. And here and there you'll find these merchants wandering along the roads. As far as playability, how much playtime are you going to get out of this thing? You could probably put, a couple hundred hours into it easy, especially with the DLC content and stuff. But just with the vanilla game itself, with all the different paths that you could possibly take and all, which does affect the outcome of the game. So, you can get like a few different endings and stuff based on what you do or don't do or whatever, and you can either help prevent some of the biggest atrocities in the Capital Wasteland, or you can help commit them. So again, it gives you the freedom to decide what you want to do. So one of the things I do not like, at least with the vanilla version of the game, is that once you get to the end of the main storyline, that's it. It's done. It's over. You do not continue playing on. So if there's anything you want to do before you complete the final part of the story quest mission, then you better do it before you complete that very last mission. That's one of the things I do not like. I like fully open-ended gameplay where you can take out the main storyline, finish it up, and then still continue to explore and do side quests and just basically explore the world. So with the vanilla version of the game, you cannot really do that. Now there is one of the DLCs. Right off the top of my head, I can't remember what it's called. It's got something to do with the Brotherhood of Steel, though. So, but if you have that DLC, then when you complete the main storyline, then it brings you back, and then you can continue on from that point. So, but I'll get into the DLCs and all that in a later video. So,
there are times that I feel the primal part of me pulling me away.
Yeah, as far as the actual review itself goes, as far as by today's standards and stuff, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably put Fallout 3 at probably 7. Just because, there's a lot of things I like about the game, and there are also some things I don't like about the game. However, it's not enough to keep me from, not really loving to play this game. So, it's still a great game, even with the faults that it has. And, hopefully especially with Fallout 4 coming out, hopefully Bethesda makes some major, improvements in some of theirs, especially the weapons handling and, just character movement in general, make it a little bit more, make them move a little bit more realistically, I guess, and maybe a fully open-ended, gameplay after the main storyline mission. That would be nice. So, but other than that, those are like my most major complaints against the game, I guess you'd say. Other than that, I love it. It's a great game. I love playing it. The storyline for Fallout 3 is really, really good. I mean, it draws you in. It's very immersive. It just, as you're playing it and playing through the story mode, at least for me, it just kind of draws me into, their world. And, I could play this for 3-4 hours thinking I've only been on for like half an hour. So, for me, this is one of those games. But still, overall, a great game to play, even with its age. And I'm definitely still going to get many, many, many hours of gameplay out of this game.
Be aware of our surroundings.
So, but there's a lot of places to explore, a lot of things to do. Yeah, so that's my review on Fallout 3. Scale 1 to 10. Yeah, I personally put this at a 7. Absolutely great game to play, though. Great storyline. And all that. You'll have hundreds of hours of great fun playing this game. So, but these are my opinions, based on my experiences playing the game. Yours may vary. Thank you for coming by the Gamers Refuge, and please remember to hit that subscribe button. And if you're on Facebook, drop by my Facebook page, the Gamers Refuge, on there, and hit that like button as well. Don't forget to rate the video, leave some comments down below, and as always, thank you for watching my videos, and I will see you in the games.